I'm currently a junior at Salve Regina University, and I'm double majoring in business administration and marketing. I've been on the dean's list for every semester for the past 3 years, and I've also been working in retail. That's helped me gain a lot of experience with customer service and working on the front lines of business. Social responsibility is important to me, and I hope to use my business education to build a better community in the future. I also value my relationships with people, and I have a desire to help whenever I can. I'm self aware, and my high level of emotional intelligence also makes me a great team member, and I think that would be an asset to your organization. Over the summer, I worked at a large chain clothing store in my local mall. The store was short staffed at the time, so there was often times when there was more work to be done than there were people to do it. I remember one specific day when my coworker called out sick and the store was very busy. That day I was responsible for covering the men's section, which involved helping customers and keeping the merchandise neat. My coworker was supposed to be in the fitting rooms, putting away clothes that people had tried on and decided not to buy, but since there was no one there, the racks were overflowing and the customers were starting to get unhappy. I wasn't responsible for this area, but I couldn't let it negatively impact the customer's experience, so I decided to step up and do what I could while also covering my own section. It took a long time, and I have to admit it wasn't exactly fun, but by the end of my shift, I had both the fitting rooms and the men's sections in perfect order. My manager wasn't expecting this on such a busy day, and she was actually thrilled that we were able to make the store function more smoothly despite our staffing issues. As a double major, I often find myself with a lot of homework to do and hardly enough time to do it. I think that everyone in college eventually finds themselves in this situation, but no matter what, it's always stressful. One time that stands out in my mind was during finals week. I had a 12 to 15 page paper due for one of my core classes, along with a group presentation for my management class. I was also working as a library assistant on campus and had to study for my other exams as well. All of these things were looming over my head, and I was getting really stressed out that I wouldn't be able to finish it in time. The hardest part for me was that I wasn't particularly interested in the topic of the paper, and I almost felt that it wasn't as important since it was only a core class. It took a lot of self motivation and a few really long nights, but I managed to get everything done on time. I sacrificed a lot of social activities that week, but I'm glad that I did. The work was much more important in the long run, and I was able to finish the semester with straight A's. When I was the senior editor of my high school yearbook, my team and I decided that we wanted to design the best book that the school had ever seen. Everyone involved was very talented, so I was confident that we could get the job done. But what we didn't realize is how much time that it would take to make everything look perfect, and we only had 1 hour of class twice per week to work on it. So one of our most important submissions was the sports section, which featured a lot of custom-made graphic design elements. The deadline of this submission came up on us very quickly, and before we knew it, we were scrambling to get it done. The way I saw it, we had two options. We could either leave out a lot of our custom design work, or we could work tirelessly to get it finished in time. As the editor, I didn't want to disappoint my team or my classmates, so I organized an after-school meeting to get everything done. I knew that they were not going to be happy about working late, so I made sure to keep them positive, and I wanted to make it a fun night, so I had food and music going while we worked. It took a long time, but we finished the section and we met our deadline on time, and it ended up looking amazing. We had praise from teachers, the principal, and from our whole grade. What has this job been like in the past, and how do you see it evolving in the future?